30% of men haven't had sex in the last year. 50% of men say that they are not looking for a relationship. That is an unbelievably extreme statement for men to make.
When they say aren't looking for a relationship, do they mean I'm not looking for a woman or I'm not looking for commitment?
Not actively pursuing any kind of interaction with women.
This supports what I have said for a long time. Men are done with dating, they're done with relationships, and they're even done with sex. It's why 1,000 women will show up to a singles night and only 20 men come. It's why there's women all over TikTok and Facebook and Instagram asking, where are the good men? Why aren't they chasing anymore? Because they've given up. There's no benefit to dating. There's no benefit to a relationship because it's all entitlement and expectations. So men have decided better to protect your peace than invite chaos into your life.
Men are being expected to protect, provide, and lead at the beginning of a relationship, while society is telling women that they should not act as a wife, do not perform wifely duties at a girlfriend level.
That's right.
How is a man supposed to know that you're going to be a good wife, a good mother, if you are nurturing, kind, if you're not acting? If you're not playing that role, you either have it in you or you do not have it in you as a woman.
Exactly.
Men are now very self-sufficient. They're not requiring a woman anymore to do the things that they have been doing for themselves for many years.
I don't think these modern women understand that men can do a lot of the things that traditionally were meant for women, and traditionally women did, I should say. We don't really need you like that. Get your attitude in check or be alone.
A good man isn't soft. He is not convenient, and he sure is not always available for you. A real good man has discipline, he has boundaries, and he has priorities of his own that do not shift based on her mood. And guess what? He's not bending his values just because she's upset.
That's exactly what I was
thinking. A good man is not controlling. He creates the order. He doesn't want chaos, arguments, or drama. He wants respect, clarity, and peace.
Yeah.
And this is where women get it confused. When she's never met a mature man, she will mislabel everything. She'll call him cold because he doesn't tolerate any nonsense.
Yeah.
She'll call him selfish because he takes care of himself. And she'll call him narcissistic because he refuses to beg for approval. But that's not selfishness. That is maturity. A man who refuses to be drained, used, or manipulated. Good men do not move from insecurity. They move from conviction. They will not ever chase drama. They do not chase attention, and they sure as don't chase validation from women. They build, they lead, and provide structure. And here's a harsh truth. Most women aren't even ready for the responsibility that comes with being with a good man.
Right.
Because a good man isn't an emotional roller coaster. He is not unpredictable, and it's not a game. He is stable, extremely consistent, and has direction.
Right.
And for women addicted to chaos, wounded by the past relationships that they were in, or raised by dysfunction, stability feels boring until she loses it. A good man requires partnership. He requires respect and requires a woman who is emotionally regulated, not reckless with her emotions. That's why so many men get mislabeled. It's why mature men get misunderstood. But stay solid, because good men do not bend, they build, and the right woman will rise to meet with him.
Having babies out of wedlock is not slowing down, it's actually speeding up because men have checked out. Men are not afraid to be fathers, they are afraid to be husbands to women that bring drama, disrespect, and emotional warfare to their peace. So what happens? Men still want legacy, they're going to clap cheeks, but they gonna keep it moving. No vows, no risk, and no drama. It's very sad, but unfortunately, as women, we're doing it to ourselves. I have seen it firsthand, up close and personal. I used to be in the wedding industry, so I can tell when love is there and when it ain't. I can look at two people standing at the altar and say if they deeply love each other or not. You can see it in their eyes. And I'm telling you, I done been to enough weddings where it ain't been no emotions at the altar. It's nothing but performance for the photos. I have seen this countless of times, and I realized that as women, we have stopped marrying for love. Men marry for love and we marry for status and money. Trust and believe, men see this too. This is why they are opting out. No man signs up to feel like a wallet and not a partner. Men are absolutely tired of being used, discarded, and drained. Men didn't marriage, women marriage, and men have just stopped volunteering to lose it all for women that don't even respect or love them.
So some of you guys out here are really tripping, especially with the man versus bear debate. And it's really showing these women that you cannot keep up. You're wondering why even in your drizzle soft guy era, you cannot find a woman that wants to take care of you. It's because you can't figure out this one simple concept that's so easy. So I'm going to share it with you. And that concept is hard to pay, soft life. Hard to pay, soft life. What does that mean? You guys are walking out around here with a fresh cut. They don't want that. What they want is a man walking around here nappy headed, looking unkept, not presentable, dusty, looking smelly. That's what they want. When I did that, everything changed for me. It was who can pay for my haircut that I'm not going to be getting because I have a hard to pay soft life? Who can pay for my nails? Who can pay for my drinks at the bar that I don't go to? And that's essentially how I live the soft guy life. Drizzle, the whole 9 yards. Hopefully you guys get it and you're able to enter into your soft guy era as it is with your hard to pay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Drizzle.
Trust not a woman when she weeps, for it is her nature to weep when she wants her will. Tupac said it's a lot of real G's doing time behind a groupie who bent the truth and told a lie. Now, I grew up hearing this saying that stupid is what stupid does. You fellas keep believing these women every time they cry or say something. You is what stupid does. You gotta understand that they live their life on edit. They stories that they chose you is edited. They don't like their eyelashes. They get more. They don't like their eyebrows. They cut them off. They don't like their hair. They wear other people's hair. They don't like their face. They put makeup on. Whole life is edited. So you can believe all the lies if you want to, because stupid is what stupid does.
This no shade, no tea. This no shade, no tea, no hate, no nothing. I just think I find it fascinating that I invited 2 males who expressed interest in reading our book club books. I invited them to read our book for December, right? I told them about it on, let me look at the date. Okay, on December 8th, I told them about the book and I said the due date is January 4th. That's when we're going to be discussing it, right? Ask me of the 2 who finished the book and who showed up for the discussion. Go ahead, I'll let you guess. If you guessed neither one of them, you are correct. You are correct. I don't think that should have been hard. Yeah, neither one of them finished the book, let alone showed up to the discussion. Actually, one, in fact, prioritized the Ravens game, which I'm pretty sure they lost, so, over book club. And listen, Linda, listen. I don't have really much to say. I just have to say that it's telling. It's telling about the state of where men are at. We chose a book that was written by a man. They are black people, and so we chose a black book. Like, it was one that would have been of interest to them. It was an interesting topic. It wasn't no girly pop, nothing like that. Neither one of them finished the book, and neither one of them showed up to discussion. I'll leave that there.
Why would I pick the book club over a Ravens game? They're in the playoffs. What are we doing?
The number one reason that they're getting divorced is irreconcilable differences. And oftentimes there's no drug use, there's no abandonment, there's no nothing. She just doesn't like him anymore and decides to move on to somebody else. So when we look at the data, that's what we're seeing. What we're not seeing is that men are out, rampantly cheating or beating up their wives or doing any of this. And the reason it's so terrible that they initiate divorce for self is because most of the time they have children in these relationships, and it does huge damage to the kids. And so this is what I mean by selfish materialism.
If a woman says she is done with the relationship, a man should let her go. He should not beg her to stay. Because once a man starts begging, she may stop seeing him as a man with options and start seeing him as a man who cannot survive without her. That is where the disrespect can begin. When a woman knows a man will beg every time she threatens to leave, she may keep using that same move over and over again. She leaves, he begs, she comes back, he accepts. Then she does it again because she already knows the pattern. So men need to understand this. When a woman says she is done, let her be done. A man's peace and self-respect should never be negotiated with begging.
You know, and modern women are showing us that they don't even really understand what men want. They don't understand what men prioritize, right? I'm supposed to be up to date on the latest gossip trends and the latest fashion, and I'm supposed to track your cycle and all these other things. But then when you say we're going to have book club, right? You know what I mean? We're going to have a book club. We're going to read a book on the same day, in the same hour that the Ravens are playing, and these guys didn't come. Well, no duh. Why would they be there? He prioritized the Ravens game. Well, yeah. Why would he be there? If you knew and understand, and I know you do, you were just saying, well, you know, there's something, because that's what modern women do. They don't take stock of what men actually like. And, you know, sometimes it's not necessarily that they're trying to be a jerk about it, but in their mind, they are the ultimate authority. And so you probably say something like, oh, well, you know, there's things that are more important than football. And I think educating your mind and, you know, having an imagination is way more important than that. True enough, it is. But that would be the case if football went on every day. That would be the case if you couldn't have scheduled that another day besides the playoffs. I don't watch football. How am I going to know when the playoffs are? Great question. You don't have to. But when somebody, first of all, if you live in that town, you're going to know that the Ravens are in the playoffs. You will know that your football team or your sports team they're in the playoffs. But let's say by some stretch of the imagination, you didn't know. Your boys are going to tell you that's the day of the Ravens game. Okay, guys, we gotta, you know, reschedule. The Ravens are playing. I forgot about that. That's what y'all would do for your girls. If they had something going on that you deemed important, you would reschedule. But because y'all don't think that whatever men have going on is that important, then you left it at that and decided to get on here and talk about how they don't prioritize reading.
Some of y'all don't be having no game, okay? What may say go work.
So I see what she's saying. Essentially, it's don't come up to me with no boring personality, not showing anything. Why would I want to be around you if you're not fun? Like, we're just going to be sitting at the house bored. But I caution you in saying all of this stuff, you know, because in high school, I think there's a lot of women that started to expect, okay, where's this game at? What are you going to be talking about? Yeah, but then also they started tickling your ears, and then you're going to come back to the market and report to us that all men ain't nothing, they trash, they this and that, because they just tickled your ears and they gave you the game that you wanted to hear and they showed you a whole bunch of personality, but then they messed you over. So if a man says, hey, how you doing? How's it going? I'd like to get to know you. That's just as good as, hey, yo, I saw you in outer space. Let's quit playing games. Let's get to know each other and let's move on.
To the man that can't get a girlfriend, let me tell you something. Most people won't. There is nothing wrong with you. You're not broken. You're not unattractive. You're not destined to be alone, bro. You just haven't met the person who sees you the way you deserve to be seen. Yeah, it gets frustrating watching other dudes get love easily, watching couples everywhere, wondering if you're missing something, wondering if you're not enough. But here's the truth, bro. Some men aren't single because they're unworthy. They're single because their heart is too valuable to be handed to the wrong person. Your time is coming, but you got to stop thinking a relationship is what validates you. A girlfriend doesn't create your value. She just recognizes it. Use this season to build yourself, your confidence, your purpose, your mindset, your discipline, not to impress someone, but to become a man who's proud of his own reflection. And hear this clearly. You don't need to chase anyone. The right woman won't make you beg for attention. Won't make you feel like an option. Won't make you question your worth. When she arrives, she's gonna choose you because of who you became while you were waiting. So don't rush, don't settle, and don't ever think your value is measured by whether or not someone is dating you. You're not losing, you're leveling up, my boy. And one day, you'll be thankful you didn't end up with the wrong person just because you were lonely. If that helped you out, make sure you like, comment, and save this video to remind yourself that you're worth it, my guy. Your queen is coming to you soon. Stay down, stay ready. No cap.
A man needs to validate himself, you know, like a man needs straight up like that. It's simple. It's simple. It's not that he's out there looking for a better chick than you. It's not like he's lusting over everything. It's just his testosterone tells him he needs in order to get the job done. Literally, that is that. And if you think it's any more than that, you're making it more complicated than it is because he's a man. Okay? We're more complicated than that. We have hidden agendas that we don't even understand, okay? Emotional intelligence is what we have, okay? And you just need to use that and actually get smart about how men are.
How men think, part 11. Men are not scared of marriage. Men are scared of divorce. You see, ladies, men will marry you all day long. Yeah, let's get married. Let's go to the church. Let's have a ceremony. We can do that all day long. That's not the part men are scared about. Men are scared of you waking up one day out of a cold sleep and saying this. You waking up one day feeling like you outgrew him. You waking up one day wanting to get some new. That's what men are scared of. And it's not about the fact that you want to leave that we scared of. We scared of the fact that you gonna leave with half the. That's what we scared of. If you want to leave, that's cool. Go ahead. But why you gonna take half of mine? You want to be back in the streets? Cool. I ain't judging you. But why you want to cut my PS5 in half? Goddamn. You want to hang out with your homegirls again? You want to be back outside? Cool. Why you want to take the flat screen? I mounted that on the wall.
What separates me as a misandrist from feminists is that my hot take is that you cannot cheat on men.
This has to be rage bait, right? No one could be that truly special.
It's not possible. Like, that doesn't exist. Cheating on men does not exist.
Person is probably wondering, how exactly does someone come to that conclusion?
Men cheat women out of joy and opportunity every single day of their lives like it's their job. They are conditioned from birth, and they have been conditioned for generations, like centuries and centuries, millennia. So there's no such thing as cheating on men.
What's really terrifying is that I believe they actually believe what they're saying. And what's even scarier is there are some that actually agree with these statements.
Say you're in a hetero relationship with a male, you can do whatever you want. It's not called cheating. It's not called cheating. You are barely even leveling the playing field. You are just fine.
And some women actually have the audacity to wonder where the phrase originated, 100 women versus accountability.
I want you to feel zero guilt because men aren't even capable of feeling guilt for like a shred of the shit they do to us.
After making statements like that, now who would ever dare question their credibility?
So yeah, hot take. Take it or leave it. Don't care. It's the truth.
The truth? Oh dear. What wonderful and dangerous times some individuals live in when they actually consider their own uninformed opinions to be the same as the truth.
Why are young black couples not getting married? Specifically, why are young black men not asking?
Because you can wake up and say, I don't want you no more. And the court gonna give you the kids, they're gonna give you the custody, and they're gonna give you all the money. The money. That's why. And it's very sad. We living in a world now where the women are more like men, acting more like a man, even though you're not a man. I'm sorry, I'm just telling you the truth. It's not a lie. I'm not giving you my opinion. I don't believe in opinions. I know they're gonna be mad at that. I believe in perspective that's supported by facts, data, and statistics.
We are literally in the Hunger Games of dating. It's nothing but lust and lies. It seems like everybody's cheating nowadays, and you don't know if it's with another woman or if it's with a man. STDs spreading around like confetti. Married men are the most single men on this earth. They out looking for a girlfriend when they got a whole wife. Like, sir, go home. Why did you even get married? It's only like 5 men left that don't have a baby mama. You gotta do detective work if you want to date somebody. Like, why does it have to be all that? You either want to be with somebody or you don't.
Gonna keep my
You better not.
head held high.
You better not. On my mama, you better not.
There's always gonna be another
You better not do it.
mountain. I'm always wanna make it move. Always gonna be an uphill battle.
This be men's biggest problem with y'all. Why in God's name does the husband have to accept whatever rolls out of bed every day? But the ex-husband gets to look on social media and look at this. You kidding me? For the record, I am available for promo and booking, but that's not what we're talking about right now. You kidding me? No wonder y'all be getting the divorce. This literally 100% shows your ass is the problem. If you don't deserve me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best.
Fellas, I don't think the ladies know that you all are rethinking relationships more than ever now. And it's not that y'all don't want love. It's not that you all are bitter or broken. You all are just asking better questions to yourself. And I think this is amazing. I think that you all should choose yourself first and think about your feelings over trying to please a woman. You need to ask, are you respected in this relationship? Does this relationship bring peace or pressure? Do you feel appreciated? Do you feel safe being yourself around her? And last, are you valued for who you are versus what you can provide? You all are finally realizing that being in a relationship should not feel like a job. It's never supposed to drain you emotionally, and it definitely shouldn't be costing you your peace. So instead of rushing into a relationship, you all are slowing down, which I respect. And instead of chasing women like crazy, you all are observing. And instead of explaining every single move, y'all are reassessing everything. So this is why the ladies think that you guys don't want to be in relationships, because you're moving too slow. But actually, you guys are just being selective and guarded. And I don't blame you. I think it's a great position for you all to be in. That means that you are not settling anymore. You all are actually looking for relationships that are positive, that have value, that can add to your life. And if this don't make women step their game up, then I don't know what will.
Do you think you need to ask your girlfriend to be your Valentine?
Fuck.
Why?
It should already be known.
So you're not gonna like take the time to do a romantic gesture and make her feel special?
Hell nah, bro. You ain't gotta do all that. Cause like, who else is she gonna be Valentine's with? That's like asking your mom to be your mom on Mother's Day. Who else is she gonna be Valentine's with? She gonna go like ask another dude or something?
You have a girlfriend?
Yeah.
Did you ask her or no?
No, she already just like said like we're Valentine's. I just told her straight up.
So
she was cool with it.
She didn't care?
No. If she should be asking you all the time like, oh, you're not gonna ask me to be your Valentine? That's a wrap, bro. That's a wrap. She's not the one. Facts, I agree.
And it seems kind of harsh what the young men were saying. And they're young. And I think in some ways, that's the nature of a woman, is to want you to do the small things, like, oh, I want to feel like a schoolgirl again, where you ask me to be your Valentine. And it just takes me back to feelings of, nostalgia, getting in class and people giving out those Valentine's Day cards with nasty candy. And some of the candy was good, but it just makes me feel all warm and cozy inside. Makes me feel like my man. It drums up passion inside of me and safety inside of me. So that's what I want, and I understand that, and I get that, and that's just it is what it is in some respects. But I think looking at it from a different angle, you can't make holidays and Valentine's Day all about you, like the anniversary all about you. It has to be about both of you guys. A lot of modern women don't seem to get that. They don't understand that because society tells them it's all about them, but it's about both of you. You guys are a team.
I think girls that are promiscuous, that have bad past, etc., don't deserve a good man. And the reason why is because you've effectively destroyed your value, you've hurt yourself, and I know by you being promiscuous and doing stupid, you're going to come with a lot of trauma and issues that I'm going to have to now deal with. Why the am I going to work myself to get in shape, reach some socioeconomic status, make some good money, be able to take care of a woman? Just like, why would an attractive woman who has everything going for her commit to a homeless guy that can't provide her resources. There's a reason why they had that saying, you can't turn a hoe into a housewife. The reason why is because they've known since back then, when girls become promiscuous and they've been being hoes for a long time, it's very difficult for them to reform. It's almost near impossible.
There is no blueprint. There is no operations manual to becoming a man. It is tribal knowledge that has to get passed on from one man to another. Like there is no how to be a man. I know there's a little article I wrote on how to be a man, but don't for a moment think that that's the game plan. Like we are complex, and men before you and I have charted the way. And it is your job, my job, to seek out mentors. To seek out mentors who know the way of man. Big nod to Mr. Jack Donovan.
When you on your purpose, a message like this just hits different.
You know you're growing as a man when you realize girls don't excite you no more. And not in a way to where it's like you're not attracted to them, but to the point where it's like you're lusting or you're just looking at their body or you're thinking of the next body you're getting. Like, once you are not interested in that anymore, you realize you've grown. Like, I'll hear certain conversation like, she's fat, or like, I'm trying to get in now, or I'm trying to it's like, nah, bro. It's like, I'm so past that now. And it's crazy because I used to be that person to really be interested in that, to really be like, you know, interested in just cracking all the joints I can and just filling that void that was never going to get filled. And now I'm just at a point where it's like, I don't really care. If it's not something I'm actually building, like, what are we talking about? Like, I could be making money right now. I could be having ideas. I could be working right now. Like, that's where my brain is currently. I'm trying to build an empire. Like, certain things just don't
big facts
get me going anymore, and that's just one of them.
Yo, this is big facts. Like, as someone that's on his purpose, on his journey, I'm trying to build that empire, and I'm literally working like 10-hour days, 7 days straight. And this is just me personally, but when it comes to women, especially the state of dating and all that, you don't even think about like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, the chance of you finding someone that's dope, they're out there, but it's just not worth your time. You're better off just building what you got to build and getting yourself right, getting your family right, doing what you got to do. Once your empire is built, we already know how this thing go. You know what I'm saying? Most shorties wait at the finish line. So for you, once your empire is built and you're established and where you want to be, you have your pick of the litter as a man. You get to pick who you want. All the options will be up to you. And then you can run game because you can provide a lifestyle that a lot of people can't provide once you got your empire. Exactly like he said too, it doesn't even excite me no more, like, or anything. Like, when you on your purpose, you're not excited by the chase. There's no chase. It was always pursuit. But nowadays, dating is at its worst, and it's not worth it. It's all about, if I'm not getting money, or if it's not helping me build or doing what I gotta do, yo, I don't even want it. You know, the same could be said about your circle that maybe you had, of friends that just are doing that you don't want to do no more. Like, if it ain't making me bread or serving me the right way, that gotta go.
Of the first female Navy SEAL, do you know her name?
No.
Okay, she doesn't exist. That's why you've never heard her name, because not a single woman, even though the Navy has done everything in its power to recruit women to be Navy SEALs, treat them like gold, and put out every ad you can imagine. They want one in the worst way, so they can be like, this is the first one. None of them can actually do the training. None of them have been able to actually accomplish the feat of being able to pass basic underwater demolition school. So there's no female Navy SEALs, not one. So the thing is that your argument here of, but wait, they'll be laughed at. They have every government incentive on planet Earth to not be laughed at. Oil rigs will be given incentives, for instance. Linemen will be given incentives, for instance, to bring women on, instruct their staff to train them every which way possible, give them massive incentives, and women just physically can't do the job.
And modern women will tell you that equality is not here. They're not being allowed to do anything. That's interesting.
Attitude.
Some adults really need their ass beat in the worst way. Viewer discretion is advised.
Do you need that? Now walk off. You thought you ate. Attitude.
Go, what's up?
Now walk off.
Bye.
Attitude.
You can set up.
Now walk off.
Attitude. You
Attitude.
won't look in my face.
Now walk off. Attitude.
Girl, bye. I could clock your teeth.
Now walk off.
So just imagine, you're a parent, you send your child over to like a sleepover of some sort, and you on the gram scrolling, and this is the video you see of your child. This is what some adults are trying to teach children in their spare time. I really wish I could see the person that's holding the camera, recording them and telling them what to do, because that is the person that needs their ass beat in the worst way. Not teaching the young women to be respectful young ladies, not teaching them to aspire to something greater than themselves, not teaching them how to carry themselves in public, not teaching them how to love themselves properly, not teaching them to respect themselves and not fit the stereotype that a lot of people have already set for them, but how to indulge and carry out the negative connotations for the aggressive black woman. It makes sense why the generation is going in the direction that they're going in, because this is what people are doing with actual kids in their spare time. But believe it or not, that's not the most baffling part. The most baffling part is that person recorded this video and posted online for the world to see. And the reason they did that is because they know there's no true consequence to what they're doing. They know they're not going to be held accountable. In their minds, they're thinking, who's going to check me? Because they know their counterparts are not going to hold them accountable. It truly does sadden me to see a video like this. I'll be completely honest, because none of what they're teaching those young women in that video is going to be beneficial for them in the future, but more so how to hate themselves and how to hate one another. So this is a call to hold our counterparts accountable. We can't continue to allow people to post like this online or get away with this type of activity. Especially as black people, we can't afford for this type of to be happening in our community. And if you know anybody pushing this kind of message to children, I beg that you intervene and hold them accountable. At this point, there are people in our community that are bigger threats than the CIA themselves. But you know what? I know y'all want to hear none of that. I'm just a normal guy. Y'all get the change.
Who can say where the road goes, where the day
This is one of those things that a lot of women do not understand about their man, or they just flat out refuse to believe it. But the truth is that men are super attracted to the woman that they love in her natural state. It's why men talk about how they love it when their woman doesn't wear makeup or wears baggy clothes or wears her hair in a bun. It also means that he doesn't have to wait hours to go do something with you. And it doesn't mean that he doesn't like you all done up, because he does like those occasions, but he just doesn't want it to have to be every single day.
Exactly. You spend hours and hours making yourself up, and I know it gives you a confidence boost, but don't put it on your man like you have to do it for him when really you're doing it for yourself.
How many kids do you have? I know you have a son.
I have 5.
All by the same man?
Absolutely not.
What's wrong with having kids by the same man?
Absolutely nothing. We just don't. Absolutely nothing. Unfortunately, that just was not what panned out, and the choices that happened. 5.
You mentioned kids. How many kids do you have, baby girl?
I have 4.
Okay, all by the same man?
No, ma'am.
How many men?
3.
Do you have any kids?
Yes, I have 3.
All by the same man?
No.
How many men?
3 different men.
Do you have any kids?
I do.
How many kids?
I have 4.
All by the same man?
Mm-mm.
How many men? 3.
I got 3. I got a 10-year-old, a 1-year-old, and a 4-month-old.
Do they all have the same dad?
No, I got 3 baby daddies.
You have any children?
Yes, I have 7.
You really have 7 kids?
Yeah.
You gave birth to 7 kids?
Yes.
You're 33 years old?
Yes.
By how many men?
1.
I smell bullshit.
Cap.
Why are you not with that man? Are you with him? You're married?
No, I'm engaged to a different person.
Okay, you have 7 kids by somebody else and you're engaged. So why are you calling me?
Because my engagement is going left instead of right.
And all these kids are by the same man?
You can say that.
No, I want to know Amina, honey, I don't got time to play these grown-ass games with you, okay? So you have 7 kids. Are they all by the same man or not?
Some of them are.
How many men do you have kids by?
5.
So how did you tell me all your kids were by one man?
You
have any kids?
Rage quit.
I do. Brace yourself. I have 7 children.
Are they all by the same man?
No.
How many men?
5.
How many kids do you have?
I have 7.
You have 7 children?
I
How old
do.
are you?
I'm 34.
Are they all by the same man?
The last 4, yes.
Why you not with this man? Because you got a 4-year-old, 2 3-year-olds, and a 1-year-old.
It's a long story. When I met him, I didn't know he was married until I got pregnant. And that's when I found out. He ended up
How long did you date him before you found out he was married?
a year.
Okay, so that means you had 4 kids by him knowing he was married.
After I found out.
Do you have any kids?
Yes, I have 7.
You have 7 kids, really?
Mm-hmm.
7.
So you put 7 kids out of your vagina?
The last one I had a C-section, but yes.
By how many men?
3.
And do you have any children?
Yes, I have 5.
All by the same man?
No.
How many men, babies, girl, do you have kids by? Three.
Hold on though. I want to know,
Hey, I want to see a lack of accountability in real time. Viewer discretion is advised.
because you skipped to she cheating on you, she driving your car, blah, blah, blah. What type of foundation did you set? Were you cheating first?
Ever, never.
Hold on. What does your household look like, right? Because a lot of times when a woman starts to wander, there's no discernment in the household. There's no stability. There's no leadership. There's no romance. There's no patience. There's no hello.
I'm convinced that this show, Pop the Balloon, 20v1, all of those shows were created for the downfall of black people. Specifically relationships for the black community. Because neither one of them helped them in any way, shape, or form. Now, I am thoroughly disappointed in his brother for even going on the show and telling them his business. However, that's not the problem here. He told them that his girl cheated on him and she was out in the streets doing all kind of wild. And this woman sat up here and said, well, what kind of household did you have for her to be in? What does your house look like as to why she went to go cheat? Is there discernment? Is there protection? Is there all this extra shit that has nothing to do with her cheating? Because that is a personal choice. If she dislikes the space that she is in, why doesn't she just leave? It's really that simple. Go be with the man you cheated with. He's clearly showing you the attention and affection and discernment that you are looking for. So go and be with him. No one else is responsible for your decision making by cheating on that man. The lack of accountability in the room is absolutely insane. Did you not hear the cheers when she was feeding us that?
So what kind of household do you have that your woman driving your and going to see another man? And I'm not saying that it's right.
Ma'am, you are in fact saying that it is right because you are removing accountability from that grown woman for making such a stupid decision. If it isn't right, there is no excuse as to why you should be doing it. You sat on that stage and told that man the reason she's cheating is because there's no discernment in your house. There's no leadership. There's no protection. There's no love and affection. What are we talking about? There is no excuse for cheating. You are just as immature as that woman that he's talking about because you lack accountability the same way she lacks accountability. Y'all blame everyone else but yourselves for the decisions you make.
But I'm saying is that you are the leader of the household. You are supposed to provide the covenant. You are the shepherd of the household. And so if you look at what your woman is doing, if you follow a happy woman home, you'll find a happy husband that answers the door. So what kind of environment did you create that this woman out here running the streets?
When they say accountability is a woman's kryptonite, boy, they did not miss with that one. Fellas, never allow them to make you believe you are the reason they cheated on you. That's not how that shit works. Cheating is a personal decision. If you decide to cheat, it's all on you. If you feel like your environment isn't good and that person's not treating you the way that you want to be treated, fucking leave. But of course they would never do that because they want to have their cake and eat it too while simultaneously having you take the blame for it. Please remember, if it's one thing you can never make a person do, is cheat on you if that's not what they actually want to do. Yeah, keep the change.
Do you have it? I guess the saying is true. That's why you marry somebody ugly, right? Because they do stuff like that for you. Why don't you get...
Do you know what's so crazy? I notice a lot of women get married to men they don't like or they're not attracted to. And you could just tell because they do this to certain types of men. You can kind of see how his self-esteem level is just by the way that he puts his head down. I don't see how that's funny. There's a lot of things I don't think are funny. Pranks, cheating pranks, joking about being ugly, joking about dating somebody below your average or out of your league. I just think that saying stuff like that is not funny and will ever be funny. I don't care if you're a guy or a girl. If you go out of your way to say malicious things to your partner and disguise them as a joke, over time your partner's going to start believing them. Because how many times are we going to make a joke where you're calling me ugly or saying I'm not all that? And then you know what's so funny? Every woman thinks this is hilarious in the comment section. But if a man was to say, oh yeah, look at your stretch marks after a baby, now it's World War III. You're going to sit there and get so mad about how he's this, how he's that. Oh, he hates you. Leave him. But if it's the other way around, it's just a little joke, huh? Women don't know how to joke. I have said this time and time again. Women will hit below the belt every single time, and it's not even a joke. They'll say things to emasculate you. They'll say things to put you down. They'll say things that'll have you keep rethinking that you're not good enough. And then these same women will complain about, oh my gosh, when my husband gets home, he sits in his car for hours. When my husband gets home, he plays the game for hours. Well, if you called me ugly and thought that that was a joke and told our child that in front of me, do you think I'm going to want to hang out with you? I think instead of men going back and forth with women, especially once they've been with them for so long, I think they kind of get so tired of you guys so much and that mouth you have that they probably just sit in sorrow and go, you know what, I'm just gonna leave this because there's nothing I'm gonna get out of it. And do you know how many times men come to women with their problems and the woman goes and says, well, it's because of this, and and they make it about themselves instead of understanding that he has feelings and emotions too? So if you're doing these type of things to your husband and you wonder why all of a sudden he doesn't want to with you no more, or doesn't want to deal with you, or maybe all the credit cards that he has up, he shuts them down so you can't use them no more, or maybe all the access you had to him, he cuts that off completely, or maybe he starts talking to somebody on the side, or maybe he starts talking to a mistress. I'm not saying cheating is okay. I'm not saying that these type of things are all right. But when you treat somebody unvaluable all the time and you want to joke around a lot and disguise it as a joke, even though it's not, don't be shocked when the repercussions to that are something you cannot handle. I don't understand how it's so hard to not comprehend. If you don't want something done to yourself, don't do it to someone else. If you get bothered at your man looking at other women, talking about other women, what would make you think that you'd want to hear that you were ugly? Do you want to feel less valuable? Do you want to feel like you're not good enough? Exactly. So I think I would tread very lightly doing stupid like this. I don't understand getting in a relationship or being married if you're going to be a...
What percentage of men do you think make $100,000 a month?
Percentage?
What percentage of men do you think?
Low,
Like
really
what?
low. Oh God.
Like us on OnlyFans, 1%.
Yeah, no.
1%?
Maybe not 1%, but
a month.
Okay, I
Throw a
can't.
number out
I don't have the information.
Throw a number out there.
5% of the world, maybe.
Bring you guys to reality. The top 1% of earners in the United States, probably one of the richest countries in the world, is only about $500K a year.
Sorry, what?
What? So you're gonna start OnlyFans eventually, and then date men that makes less than you? Is that what you're saying?
No, when I stop OnlyFans. Okay, but where I'm gonna find the man that makes more money than I do?
You're not. You're going to be happy with a man that makes less money, but can bring you joy and peace into your life. But unfortunately for women like this, they're never happy with anything. Say hi to your cats for me.
Fellas, can we talk about something for a second? I don't know who told y'all that every woman you didn't end up with is somebody you fumbled. Who started that? Because every woman is not a good woman. Now, before the comments get fired up, yes, there are men who cheat, who lie, who manipulate, and absolutely ruin relationships. But can we stop acting like women don't do the exact same things? Why is it that every time a relationship ends, people automatically ask, what did he do? What he do, girl? Why is the assumption always the man messed up? Huh? Women cheat, women lie, women play games, women use people, women are toxic. That's just the reality. So no, every relationship that didn't work out doesn't mean the man fumbled. Sometimes he dodged the bullet. Sometimes he walked away from somebody who wasn't treating him right. Sometimes the woman was the problem. Accountability can't be a one-way street, y'all. If we're going to hold men accountable for their actions, women have to be held accountable too. The truth is very simple. Good people and bad people exist on both sides. And every breakup ain't proof that a man lost a good woman. Sometimes it just means the wrong people went their separate ways. That's it. Good morning.
What value is he bringing at any capacity if he's not helping solve issues? Like, why are you here if you can't help me?
He may not be able to solve your problem right now, but he might in 6 months or a year. And the problem with women is they want the man that can solve all the problems right now, and they're not even that man's responsibility. What does a man look like solving your problems when he's dating you and 3 other people trying to figure out who his woman is about to be? That's why men don't want to commit today, because men think that women expect them to do everything for them when there's no level of, I don't even know you yet. You want me to pay your bills, solve your problems, show up for you, feed your kids. You got this long laundry list of things that you expect a man to be, but what do you have to offer him other than this? You aren't nurturing, you aren't kind, you aren't trying to expand his vision, you aren't trying to fit inside of his vision, you can't check your tone, you aren't submissive to him. So all of these things that you're asking for, you're not qualified for. But you could ask, shoot for the moon, even if you miss, you land on the stars, right?
Girl.
But also, I think that it's really important that we as women understand that a man's job is not to solve our problems. That's not his job. I even think that men have now started to believe that their only job is to make sure everyone around them is happy. And that is to a detriment of the man and a detriment to society. Because if more men were looking to the fact that I need to have leadership, for me to have clear vision, for me to take action, for me to be kind and compassionate, and yes, get to the bag too, and yes, be in my masculine energy, that's what creates a healthy home. It's not just monetary value.
Seeing some of these ladies out here that are understanding that accountability doesn't just have to be on the men, and it shouldn't be just on the men. A lot of times you see these modern women will get out here and they'll say, well, it's all the men's fault. They do this, they do that. And it's never okay. Why don't both of y'all come together and figure out who is wrong on something? Why don't both of y'all say, well, you know, I could have corrected that on my part. So for that, I'm sorry. Modern women they seem like they never say that. Rarely, if ever, do they say, you know what, that was my bad. And when they do apologize, or when they do say sorry, it's something minor. It's, oh, you know, I could have, you know, I could have, you know, maybe been a little bit nicer in terms of, well, you know, I was nice, but I could have understood that maybe, you know, something might have, maybe, you know, I could have understood that maybe the dog hurt your feelings or something like that. And you'd be like, huh? yeah, you remember, you were telling me that Roscoe made you mad yesterday, and that's probably why you're mad today. So I want to apologize for that. Huh? No, that Roscoe was yesterday. We're talking about today. I'm talking about you specifically, what you did. Oh, well, you know, I didn't mean to. Or, you know, it's not my fault. Or I'm just a girl.